This is day one of the Facebook Zoom Challenge. I'm Christine, and this is Leah, and we're going to get started on day one of this program. So I'm really excited to have everyone here with us today. I thank you for being here. I thank you for your presence. We're live on our Facebook group through Zoom. And so we're broadcasting live from Zoom, and you can be watching us either in Zoom or live in the group, or you can watch the replay in the group. So this is a special event for us for a few reasons. The Facebook Challenge is a chance for us to show you what I do instead of just telling you what I do. So that's a little bit different. Zoom is the best way to experience this interactively. But if you're in the group, that works too. You can still send us messages through comments in chat, and Leah can pick them up. But if you're in Zoom, we can actually see each other's faces. So that's good. And right now there is, we have a setting so that we're just showing Leah and I as the active leaders of this group. We're hosting the group together. So that's who's on screen right now. And that's going to change a few times. We'll show if someone is asking a question or is speaking to us live in Zoom, their image will come up. But until then, it will just be Leah and I that you see on the image. So Leah is my virtual assistant, and Leah lives in the Philippines. I live in Nova Scotia. So our experience together is quite virtual, but we do a lot of work together, and we are very fond of each other. So we have a great, close working relationship. And if you spend any time in the group, you'll get to know Leah. Leah is doing most of the work in Canva, creating our wonderful memes, my words and her memes, and that's how we get these messages off to you. So I really appreciate Leah and all that she does, and I hope you will get to know her and love her as much as I do. So to those that are in the Facebook group, Leah will be managing the event and telling me who is here. And if anybody has any questions, she'll be passing those questions along to me because I can't see the group right now. And to those who are on Zoom, I thank you for being here and for showing me your face. Over the past 3 years, I have used Zoom really intensively for all of my study and training that I was getting, not that I was giving, but that I was getting. It took a lot of training and learning to get me at a point where I can be quite comfortable in front of the camera, be comfortable in front of a microphone, and speak to you like this. So let's start with an invocation and prayer. So I will lower my eyes for this. I call upon our higher selves to be present with us today and welcome our other guides to join us too and to support and elevate us. I ask my own healing guides to keep me centered and balanced in spite of my excitement for doing this. I am open to the energy and guidance of the group and will allow that to modify the direction of today's event. I intend to share with you information that will help you. I intend to share healing energy with you. Some will feel it, most may not or may not recognize it. It doesn't matter. Your higher self and healing guides do know, and they will accept it on your behalf with your permission. So blessings upon us all. And so it is. And please also note that the energy in the recordings is the same as if you were here live. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing this live or watching the recording, the energy is identical. So that's it for the prayer. And so I'm excited about launching our new online training platform. And that makes it possible to offer my training and coaching more affordably to people around the world. So the platform is ready, the course is ready, and now we can offer the online training that is available to people to take when they want it. We're offering 2 versions of our core course, and that is one that is live, and so we go through the training at the same time, and therefore the coaching is all based on lessons. But for those who don't join with us now and pick up anywhere along the line, that training will be available online, and the coaching will be a question and answer based coaching. And both of those work equally well. It's just a slightly different version. And by doing this once in a while live, I can keep track of how it's going, how people are reacting to it, what questions are coming up, and we can make modifications in the program as we go along. So that's why there's 2 versions of it. It's not that one is better than the other. They're exactly the same. But by doing this live occasionally, we get to know where there may be any hiccups in the program. So I'm hoping there are no hiccups, but no one is perfect, not even me. So we're going to start with a video from the actual training site. And what we're going to do today is the Human Users Manual course, a separate course that I pulled out of the full program. So Leah, would you share the screen and get us inside the course? Okay, and so this is the course, the Human Users Manual. It's our Facebook challenge, and it is also a freestanding course that we offer. We offer this exact program as a course for $37 if you want to buy it. But what we're doing is using this course as the basis for this challenge. And the reason I'm doing that is that I want you to see our actual training so that you know what's going on, what we're doing. So what we're going to do today is introduce the whole challenge by talking about the 4-body system. And the 4-body system is the approach that I use to healing. So that's where we're going to start right now. So Leah, go ahead and start that video.
This is module 5.
Did you hear me the sound?
User's Manual,
Yeah.
Quick Start Guide. Lesson 1 is the 4-body system. The 4 bodies, physical, mental, emotional, and energetic,
More than one.
create the 4-body Earth suit that allows us to have an
okay
experience
now.
on Earth. My presentation of this energetic anatomy is intentionally simplistic, but it's useful for healing and for personal and spiritual development. The manual and my coaching aim to bring awareness to some of the things we don't know that we don't know. Since our spirit is energy, it doesn't have equipment for a life on Earth. So it needs a 4-body Earth suit, which is far more complicated and layered than the way I'm describing it here. Since spirit is energy, it cannot be created or destroyed, but it can change form. We know this from grade school. The Earth suit is limited and mortal, but it is sustainable. Our 4 awakened and aligned bodies means the 4 bodies, physical, mental, emotional, and energetic, to the power of spirit, specifically our higher self, connected to Source or God. Awakened means connected to Source or God. Aligned is when these bodies are aligned, working in harmony with each other towards a common goal or purpose. The paragraph above describes the essence of the FibroFreedom formula, which is my basis of the You Healing You training and coaching. We forget who we are when we come to Earth. Our families teach us who we are to them. Waking up from this forgetting is a big undertaking. Knowing who and what we are is essential to become aligned with our soul's purpose. This is all part of our human nature. We are given challenges throughout life to get us to wake up, get in alignment, and cooperate with the spirit within. We learn best through challenges and difficulty. Escalation of our pain or some other serious problem is a way to motivate us to learn. We will heal ourselves when we understand this fully, and so can put our life back on track in a much larger sense than we even imagined for it.
Okay, so that is the first video for the Human User's Manual. And what it does is describe the four bodies in the system that we operate with on Earth. And what are the four bodies? They are, to remind you, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. They create the four-body Earth suit that allows us to experience life fully on Earth. As a spiritual being, which is what is the basis of our work together, is assuming that we are a spiritual being and we have these four bodies: physical, mental, emotional, and energetic, in order to support our life on Earth so that we can experience anything. A spirit can certainly come to Earth and be here, but they can't fully experience because they don't have senses. If you don't have a body, you don't have senses. And so for us to come to Earth and learn from Earth and learn from each other, we need this Earth suit. So that Earth suit: physical, mental, emotional, and energetic. And of course, the spirit lives in the energetic body. So that's that. So the reason our spirit needs these four bodies is that it just doesn't have the equipment that it needs to, on Earth to fully experience life. So which body do we have an exaggerated sense of? What do we tend in ordinary life, in ordinary reality, do you think we are? What are we, Leah? You don't cheat, because I know you know the answer. I think most people think we are.
So I better not answer.
Okay, most people think that we're just physical.
Yes, physical.
We don't tend to think of ourselves as a spirit, because we're on Earth and we're exposed to all of the conditioning of Earth. And so we think of ourselves as physical bodies. That's what we see. And so that's who we think we are. And we are actually much, much more than that. But if you're on Earth thinking that you're a physical body and your physical body hurts, you expect that medicine is going to be able to give you a cure for that physical body. Well, sadly, medicine isn't able to do that for us. And so we need to take on the role ourselves of healing our physical body. And the way that we do that is to recognize we're spirit, to take that power back, to acknowledge that we are powerful, that we are strong, and that we can control our lives and our bodies, our full system, because we're not just bodies. We have all of this extra stuff that is really, really valuable. You know, we have our mental bodies, we have our emotional bodies, we have our energetic body, and each has its own role. And during the week, we will talk about the role of each of these bodies. We'll talk about some quirks that are in the bodies, and we'll do that today. But we will be talking about this system. And in the Fibro Freedom You Healing You program, what we do is work together to learn how to optimize each of these bodies, to heal each of these bodies, so that the results we're getting are results we want. And that's happy and well and thriving. And most of us are not in that condition right now. And so that's why it's important to do this work. And I will be later on in the program, in this challenge, not today, but later on through the week, I will be making an offer to invite you to come into the full program. But for now, this week's challenge is entirely free. There's no obligation, no pressure, but you will be given the details for those of you who would like to do the full work. So let me get back to this system. So is there any kind of hierarchy among the bodies? And the answer to that question is yes. The spiritual energetic body is causal. It actually causes the rest of the bodies to exist. So it causes a physical body so that it can have a physical experience. It causes a mental body so that it can experience the learning and the communicating, analyzing, all of the things that the mental body can do. The spirit creates that. And it also creates an emotional body so that it can feel everything. Because human feelings are a really interesting way to learn. And we do learn a lot from our feelings. Because when we're feeling any of the feelings other than happy, joy, and bliss, we still have a lot to learn. And these feelings can inspire us to move forward and learn. So our earth suit, other than the energetic body, exists for our purposes in this incarnation on the planet. The physical body is said to be gross or material. That's all gross means, is that it's material. It's not spiritual, it's actual material. And it's the least powerful of the four bodies. So the energetic is the most powerful and the physical is the least powerful. The two minds, mental and emotional, are said to be subtle bodies. They subtly influence all of our creations, including the ongoing maintenance and creation of our physical body. The emotional body is the more powerful creator than the mental body. So we think that we think things into existence, but that's only a part of it. A creation starts with a thought, but it is made larger. It is brought into life more by emotions than by simply the thought. And the thought and the emotions work with the energy body and spirit in order for something to actually happen. So we can heal ourselves through that process of the mental body having the idea, having the desire, having the will to do something, including heal ourselves, adding emotion to it, adding energy to it, and then working with spirit to create that for ourselves. That's what the healing process is. And there's lots of different techniques to do this work, but that is what the healing process is. So biography creates our biology. And what that means, that's a comment made by Carolyn Mice, who is an energetic healer. And what it means is that in this energy body around us is the data about our physical existence. It also includes the data about every experience we've ever had. It includes data about our perceptions, how we perceive the world. So all of this data actually is outside of us. Our energy body extends like about 3 feet out from us in all directions, and also above and below us. So this energy body has all of this information about us, and it is the one that is doing with spirit the co-creation of our bodies. So with all of this knowledge, sometimes it is making us ill because we have these issues and we're not resolving them. And so we experience pain. And so we experience fatigue. But once we do the healing work, we heal the body, we heal the emotions, we heal the thoughts, we change the thoughts, we change our perceptions, and therefore we change the physical body as well. So that's why we do this work, and that's why we do it this way. And I would like to also play for you another video, and that is the quirks and challenges. Leah, would you play that video for us now? Oh, while she's setting this up, please note that inside she's showing us the training. Would you go back, Leah? I just wanted to show them the actual. Yeah. So this is what it looks like inside the course, and you'll see the name of the module that you're working in, and these are the names of each of the lessons. And so Leah is, and if you scroll down in the middle section, yeah, over here, if you look below the video, there is a text version of the lesson. Okay, and that tells you everything that you need to know about the lesson. And there is a text version and an audio version for every lesson in all of our programs, just so you know what is there and what it looks like.
Lesson 2, Quirks and Secrets, How We Work. Our 4 bodies include 2 that are strictly bodies, the physical and the energetic. We often think of ourselves as just physical because only the physical is visible. We in the West tend to believe what we see. That isn't accurate. Our energetic body isn't visible to us, but it is actually much larger than our physical body. The Heart Math Institute has equipment that can measure how far electromagnetic energy extends outward from our brains and our hearts beyond our physical bodies. This energy field surrounds us above, in front, behind, and below. It influences all of our experiences and contains all of our emotional energies from all of our experiences, both positive and negative. And it influences even our physical tissues. The 2 other bodies are more commonly known as minds. Our mental body is our conscious mind. Since it's conscious, we are aware of it and we understand a lot about it. Our emotional body is our subconscious mind. Since it is subconscious, it is below the level of conscious, and we are not aware of it and must learn about it. This is an extremely abbreviated version of our anatomy. We are spirits, and the spirit is in the energetic body. The spiritual energetic body is causal. The rest of our earth suit exists for our purposes in this incarnation on the planet. It exists so we can experience it fully. Since spirit energy is eternal, many believe we consciously chose as spirits to have this earthly experience, and that we chose the specifics of the life that we would have here, including the time and place of our birth through our chosen parents. The physical body is said to be the gross or material manifestation. Between the physical and the spiritual bodies are the 2 minds, mental and emotional, which are said to be subtle. The 4 bodies can affect each other. Only the spiritual energetic body can cause the other 3 bodies, in my version of the human birth suit. This is a conceptual way of looking at our incredibly complex human systems. The emotional and mental bodies are both subtle. The emotional body especially is a very powerful creator in our lives, more so even than the mental body. And the physical is the least powerful. It is the gross physical manifestation. We have a very exaggerated opinion of our physical selves.
Okay, so that repeated a little of what I had already explained, because I explained before this second video. But that is the planned portion of today's challenge. And I don't see that Leah has given me any questions from anybody. So I am assuming that we don't have any questions. But Leah, how about you? Do you happen to have any questions on either of those videos or what I said?
I have nothing. I have none.
Putting you on the spot, huh?
Yes. Yes. But yes.
But you, I know that you have worked with these modules. You have done the graphic design for them and had the full content. So you probably don't have questions. You've read this all before, so it's not new to you, and you don't have questions from others. So I guess that means that we have completed day one of this challenge, and it sure was easy. And we will. I apologize for being late today because of starting this broadcast in my Facebook profile instead of in the group. But we recognize helicopter almost gone.
I think it's still there because the voices sounds different. Your voice sounds different.
Okay, he's pretty much out of the now. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the helicopter has been our only challenge in today's challenge. That's just fine. That's what happens when you live on the waterfront of a big city's harbor. There's going to be occasional sounds. And it's funny because we don't get a lot of helicopters, because normally the helicopters are going from the base outwards towards the sea. And for some reason, they're circling the city today. So there is something going on. Oh, well. So we'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. And we invite you to come back. And this replay will be up on the group site, and we will talk to you all soon. So thank you very much, and let's end this live broadcast.